Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rick Darling back here in the locker room, and I'm here with Bleedy the Clown, who is the leader of the Dark Carnival. And I know Jethro usually does the interviews, but let's all face it, he's a pussy, and he didn't want to deal with this. So, Bleedy, what is the mission of the Dark Carnival? Why are you guys here? Why do you laugh at literally everything? What makes you tick? What grinds your gears? What should we know about Bleedy the Clown? You're not going to give me any answers, are you?
Mm-mm.
All right, everybody. This has been Rick
Hi.
Darling with Bleedy the Clown, and you
Hi.
are creepy as shit, but
You want to
I've
know
seen.
what's really creepy?
Yeah, what's really creepy, Bleedy?
Hmm. I already know where you're going.
Yeah, I'm going out to do commentary.
No, you're not. You're going
No,
on vacation, but no one knows because you have not let that out yet. But I know.
how did you know that? Nobody in the wrestling world knows that. How did you know that?
I also know that your
Did you
two
bug my
friends.
phone? Did you?
Oh, Lady knows all.
What about my two? What about my two friends?
I know that they're going with you.
You know, it is the summertime. It probably wouldn't be hard to figure out that someone might go on vacation and might take their friends with them. So,
But the question is, Mr. Darling, would you like to know what the question is? You've
what
asked
is
lots of questions. Let me ask you.
all right, what is the question?
Are you coming back?
Of course I'm coming back. I'm here scheduled for next Discordia.
Are you sure? I
Yep, I
don't
got
think it
my
will be
why do you say that?
because I know, Mr. Darling. I know. But you want to know why I am here? Why the Dark Carnival is here?
Yeah, I asked you that like 5 minutes ago and you just
I
laughed.
know. Because it's funny to me that no one is standing up to us. No one is fighting. No one is pushing back. You know why no one is pushing back? Because they are scared. They are worried about the Dark Carnival. They are running because they are like a wounded dog with their tail tucked between their legs. They're like the wounded animals that the keeper, my dear, dear friend Malachi, has beaten into submission to train to do whatever it is that the rulers want, whatever it is that we want. And until they, as you all say, grow a set, they will do nothing more than run away.
Why do you put people in body bags?
Because they're dead to me. Do you
Fair
have
enough.
any other questions?
I feel like I have more questions than answers, but I think that's all I'm going to get. So,
Let me inform you of something. Well, not really you, because you won't be here, but everyone watching, be sure to keep your eyes glued to the main event, because this is where we will take control. We will take the United Wrestling Federation. It will be the Killer Wrestling Federation.
that's
See
very
you
original.
next week. See you.
They are more than a group, they are a community. A community of blind and visually impaired tabletop game enthusiasts unite under the mantle known as Knights of the Brain. Discordia will always be dedicated to them.
Hey everybody, welcome to Discordia number 6. With me right now is, of course, the wonderful, according to the twins, Rick Darling.
Of course, I'm wonderful because I last all night long.
Kind of like a foot long, or...
Yeah, the Energizer Bunny, a foot long, you know, whatever you want to say. I mean, believe it or not, the twins need someone with a lot of stamina, so I'm glad that I can perform and they're keeping me around.
They need somebody with a lot of stamina because you have
There's
to carry
two of them.
Well, that and you have to carry them food.
We get that shit room service.
Understandable. Okay. Well, let's get into the match here as the competitors are in the ring here. And we're going to start off Discordia number 6 with the match that will determine who gets the next shot at the current Discordia Champions title belt. We have Jackson Grimm, who is, out there, if you ask me. Yeah, kind of grim. Not like Grimm's Fairy Tale grim, but definitely grim. Taking on the wily veteran in Zach Cahill.
I think Mr. Cahill, even though he's a veteran, has bitten off more than he can chew. Grimm is a monster.
He is quite the behemoth, I guess you would say. But as they are in the ring, he definitely towers over him. And
is he the biggest man in the KWF?
Yes, he is. Over 400 pounds, slightly over. Yeah, he is the biggest man, but there are a couple of fans in attendance that are a little bit bigger. And we have Malachi.
What you be talking
James.
about?
I'm not saying anything, sir. You're the one that is the meat in that sandwich. But we have the Malachi James, known as the Keeper, as well as Hazard out here with Jackson Grimm, and it can't be good. The numbers are definitely against Mr. Cahill here.
I wouldn't want to meet this group in a lighted alley or a dark alley.
I wouldn't want to meet them at all. Did you notice that? Was that a box that they brought down here? It looked to be like a coffin.
It almost looks like like a coffin. I mean, knowing these guys, I'm afraid to see what's in it, but I'm assuming we're going to see what's in it.
I'm not sure that I want to, as you have Malachi James down there beside you, and Hazard and his extremely well-balanced looking self is right here beside me, and that box is placed in front of us here. But
a thing you didn't expect to see is I'm going to be up close with a coffin today when I go to work.
We don't want to hear about your escapades, but as these two men come to the center of the ring with the collar and elbow tie-up, Jackson Grimm slams Zach Cahill right in the face with his large forearm that's about the size of my leg, if you ask me. And they immediately get this match underway with that, and Zach Cahill is on the defensive so far. That was quite a shot there from...
That could have knocked him out, to be honest.
He is still up on his feet. He is a wily veteran and can take, a ton of punishment. Kind of like you in the bedroom with your twins there. But we won't get into that here, and, we'll keep making fun of you.
Yeah, you keep getting into it.
Look at Zach
You just
Cahill
wish
there.
you had two instead of one.
Not like that, I don't, sir. But look at Zach Cahill there. Speaking of two, he slams two elbows right into Jackson's face that appear to rock the big man back a little bit. And
Stunned him a little bit, but he just looks mad now.
Yeah, he doesn't appear to be too happy, and these two men right here at us don't appear to be showing any expression at all. And
it's like they're dead inside.
It does appear that way, as from backstage fans, there comes a clown face, black and white, and with a red mouth turned down, but also turned up. Quite scary, if you ask me. Or unnerving, maybe a better term for it.
You need to get your wife to protect you?
I might need to. I might get behind your two twins right there, because they are quite the roadblock. I'm sorry, fans, if you're listening that you're overweight. Don't worry, Mr. Darling is too. But these two,
Mr. Darling is not.
these 2 men in the ring are really going back and forth. Zach Cahill there, as he goes for a release German suplex, but he cannot lift the big man up. Instead, he slips it forward and does a 3/4 face lock bulldog there, taking Jackson Grimm down to the canvas there. Quite impressive when he realized that he couldn't get him up one way, went for something else.
That was
shows
impressive. But what I was going to say at first before he did that was, why is he thinking he can suplex him? But then he's one step ahead and figures out a way to get him down.
That is knowing where you're at in the ring, knowing your opponent, and knowing your abilities right there. That is something that a lot of these fans that want to be wrestlers and some of these young wrestlers could really take a look at. In fact, you know, if I was any of them, I'd be right back there watching this match on the monitors. You know, I wouldn't stand right there at the curtain and watch it because that guy's right there. But, you know, anyway, as they bounces him off the rope, Zach Cahill with ducks under the clothesline, they bounce back off and crossbody. Oh, but Jackson Grimm catches there and plants him.
Always slam.
Oh, jeez. Oh, and you hear the ring shaking with that impact. And
I could have broke the ring.
I'm wondering if it didn't break Mr. Cahill there. But
I broke some beds in my day.
I bet you have. But as we see, Mr. Cahill is getting back up to his feet. He is moving slow. He is moving
but he's
slow,
up.
fans. And as he comes forward with a flying forearm smash, and Jackson Grimm catches him by the wrist there, flips him around with a wrist lock, takes him down with the arm tag, and went down to the canvas as he drives his elbow into the back of his neck there. Quick series of moves from the big man there. I don't think I've seen anybody that big move that quick since. I won't mention it
Since
again.
they went
fans.
for the pizza today.
Yeah, fans, we are unfortunately
There's a buy
out of
one get
pizza.
one free special, and we're already out of pizza.
Yeah, anyway, but we won't get into that there. I just wonder. Never mind. I don't want to know. I want to concentrate on the match here. As Zach Cahill is definitely hurting here, and there goes Grimm with a knee drop right to the back of the neck, and it appears like he's going to try to injure this man's neck so that he can't compete ever again. And Jackson Grimm lifts him up and has him for a stump pulling pile driver. Oh, one of my favorite moves of all time. It's so basic yet so effective. And he lifts him up and falls back down. And do you remember when that happened to Stone Cold several years ago?
He got the stinger in his
Yes,
neck.
he did. And did you see Zach Cahill's head was a little bit below the legs right there, and he can't be feeling good there, fans. That has to have hurt a lot there. And Zach Cahill is moving, fans, as referee
It's like
Skittles.
any move that Grimm does could knock you out at any time. Everything is with so much precision, so much power.
Yes, I definitely agree with you there. And Zach Cahill is moving. He's not moving very fast, but he is moving. I will say that, fans. And Jackson Grimm pulls him back up to feet, and there goes Zach Cahill with a roll up, and he gets him 1, 2. Oh no, and he kicks out. It was kind of a bit of a fast count there from Skittles there. I think. Does he have candy on the brain or something?
He's afraid of what's down there.
And I probably would be too. And Jackson Grimm just stares at him, and he has taken his eyes off of Mr. Cahill, who rolls him up again with the backside. He gets it 1, 2. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Almost,
It was close.
Can you imagine how pissed Grimm would be if he got beat by a roll-up?
Exactly, especially knowing that a title shot is on the line. As Grimm rolls back up to his feet, and he goes to Irish whip, but Zach counters with a reverse Irish whip. Oh, but Jackson Grimm uses his weight advantage there, and he bounces and sends Zach Cahill into his... Oh, and there goes Hazard with a chair shot to the back of the head there. I didn't even see him move. I
Didn't see a move either, and apparently your ref didn't see it either.
Exactly. We need to talk skills, but hey, what can we say? We didn't see it either. You know, and Malachi James...
But we heard it.
Oh, definitely heard it. And I'm sure that Mr. Zach Cahill felt it. As Malachi slides what appears to be a chair inside the ring, as Zach Cahill stumbles forward and Jackson Gribb knees him in the stomach, lifts him up, bounces back off the ropes, and running power bomb that he calls the Bayou drop onto the chair.
He didn't even need the chair.
No, not at all. You can't fault it here as referee Skittle slides into position here with
It's academic here. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
And that fans was that. You got to give it to Zach Cahill here. He fought, and we couldn't call every move, granted, but it was back and forth there for a little bit with forearms and just a
He
power
probably
advantage.
gave the toughest test that Grimm's had yet, I would say.
Yes, it certainly did. And unfortunately, the numbers got to Zach Cahill there. As you can look back there and you see Bleedy the Clown clapping and laughing as he points to Zach Cahill, who they are beginning to beat down. Fans, you've heard of the heel beat down. Well, that's what's going on now as they roll him out.
Seems to love it. Look at the look on his face. It's like orgasmic bliss.
I don't get this, fans, and I'm not getting involved, but they have removed the padding from around the ring and another pile driver right onto the concrete.
Just adding insult to injury.
Yeah, this can't be good, and they're opening up the box there, and I don't see anything in it from my vantage point.
I don't see anything either.
But there is something crawling up
Wait, there's
the
something moving.
side there.
What is that? Oh my God, I think that's a scorpion.
It does appear to be a black scorpion as they roll Zach Cahill into it and they're slamming the lid
They
shut.
put him in with the scorpions.
And they're just leaving the box there. How about you take care of that?
Do we
Mr.
not have
Darling?
security here?
Well, you were supposed to hire them. That was your job. I know what you did with the money. Never mind. Fans, we'll talk about this as soon as we get back from this commercial break. Knights of the Braille have been working with individuals, organizations, and communities to create a virtual accessibility awareness event called Everyone Games. This October 1st and 2nd, the two-day event will feature special guests for panels and activities, alongside announcements of projects and collaborations that will create improvements for accessibility in gaming. Over the coming months, the Knights of the Braille are excited to share information of the event and projects our team have been working on. Please stay tuned for more details as they will be forthcoming on the Knights of the Braille Facebook as well as the Knights of the Braille Twitter. Be sure to save the dates in your calendar, and that is October 1st and 2nd of 2021. And we hope to see you there. Fans, we're back here with a highly anticipated matchup between Pretty Paul Johnson, which is Mr. Reed Darling's favorite competitor.
I do like Pretty Paul. He has great style and he has great wrestling acumen.
So have you seen what's underneath the Australian tattoo?
No, I have not. Why would I see that?
Well, you said you liked him. I was just wondering if you had went down under.
I like him as an individual, and I like his technical ability, and I like his style. That doesn't mean I want to see what's under the Australian tattoo.
I can understand.
I don't know why I
that.
keep taking this job when all you do is bully me. You don't ever bully Alejandro, whatever his name is.
Well,
Pepe.
you make it so easy, and if you can't handle the heat, sir, then get out of the kitchen. I see
I was
you
in the
over
kitchen
there.
last night.
I bet you was cooking all night.
Right.
Fans, and we're really trying to buy a little time here for Fernando as he's like leaning right here at the table, and
He just doesn't look. He doesn't look engaged. He doesn't look like he would want to be anywhere. He looks like he wants to be anywhere else but here.
But Fernando, I mean, I admire your grit and determination here. Coming out here to compete, but and fans, he's shaking his head at me that he's going to compete, and he's covered in sweat already. Like maybe he's He's not.
He looks like
doesn't
me
have
after a regular Monday night.
Exactly. But and Paul is smirking in the ring and begging him to come on and get into the ring. And Fernando is, he's rolling into the ring, and there goes Paul, and there goes the bell, and simultaneously Paul just starts stomping away at Fernando. They're not even giving the man a chance to get up.
The pretty one stomping a mud hole in Fernando.
Oh yeah, he's stomping a compact mirror anymore, a Oreo cheesecake hole, or whatever you want to call it. And he pulls Fernando up to
He's on the bedroom window or ceiling. Those are kind of fun.
Yes, fans, Mr. Darling is a freak. I'm just thinking about that now, and it's kind of got me a little nauseated. I'm starting to feel like Fernando looks right there as Paul
Pulling Fernando
whips
up
him.
by the hair, whips him into the ropes.
And there's no need for these underhanded tactics, and he boots him right into the gut, swinging DDT there, puts him back down on the canvas, and it is not looking good for Fernando here. As he's clutching at his midsection and trying to roll back up to his feet. He
looks like somebody stole his dog.
That is a good way to describe it, Mr. Darling. And he appears to be like he's sick or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but his eyes really look glazed over, and as Paul pulls him back up to his feet.
He's probably drunk.
He could be drunk. He might have had too many jalapenos. I know that happens to me every once in a while. As Paul whips him into the rope, but Fernando counters with a crossbody, but even Paul could catch him there, because I don't think that Fernando got much more than 2 feet off the ground there. As he
it was
leaped
like
towards
a
him.
half crossbody, like a listless crossbody, almost like he's just lethargic out there.
But, it's like he leaped as high as he could and only got to the
Come on,
kneecap,
Pepe.
basically. And Paul winks over towards your number one fans over there, and he has him in the German suplex, and he shakes his head and climbs up over to the turnbuckle and climbs up. There's no need for all this. You can tell that this man's obviously not there, and he lifts him up, and he has him.
That's a thing of beauty.
Oh, and what a... he hits his pretty plex, which is a released German suplex.
Down
and
to
he
100.
does it. Yeah, and from the top turnbuckle, there's no sense in all that. But
Look how happy the twins are.
yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that. Do y'all have like a?
No.
Uh-huh.
Paul is my friend. That is it. He does not share the twins. It's
Well,
not like
people-
we have some.
People
Some
of like
rant.
minds do stick together, just wondering. Anyway, fans, but I will promise you I will not try to find out more about this during this commercial break, and I will do my best to get to the bottom of this. Mr. Darling, did you happen to hear anything about something exchanging hands backstage earlier today? Exactly. I figured you'd be silent about that. Fans, I will find out more about that during the commercial break. If you are interested in learning about accessible games, be sure to go to drivethrurpg.com and check out Accessible Gaming Quarterly. You can also go to www.accessiblegames.biz. Be sure to check out both of those places for information on accessible games and games that have been made accessible for the blind and low vision community. Fans, we're back with match number 3, and I'm still a little curious about what has gone on because Mr. Darling seems like he
Mom
knows
is the
thing.
word. Mom is the word.
Oh, you're gonna be a dad?
No, mom as in I'm not saying a word.
Oh, I thought you meant mom. I was gonna say, which one is it, and how can you tell? But we fix to get
One
into the
has a
match
mole
here.
on her left breast, and
No, I was trying to figure out which one's pregnant, and how could you tell? If
oh,
they-
I see,
yeah.
I see.
But fans, both Hazard and Rex Shooter are in the ring here.
What
Hazard
is in that bag that Malachi is holding?
I'm not really sure, but Is it just me? Is it my headphones buzzing, or do I hear buzzing coming from?
No, I hear that
bag?
too. What the fuck?
And why is I mean, I ain't really crazy about Malachi standing right here beside me with the bag, but why
There's
is
a weird. Do you smell that funky smell? Like he smells like death. Like what?
Yeah.
What kind of cologne is that?
It smells a lot like animals because he is the keeper. It's his little nickname, and I'm
It
not
smells
really.
like horse shit mixed with decay or something.
That is a good point here. As Rex bounces off the rope with a flying forearm smash.
stand the smell.
Never mind. I don't want to know that either. I don't want to know, fans. And Rex's flying forearm smash has no effect on the big man Hazard, who just catches him by the throat and flips him up over his shoulder for a kind of like the Kill the World choke slam there, but Rex manages to bounce off the ropes and flip back over and deliver an inverted DDT to the big man.
But the big man pops right up like it was nothing.
Yeah, and fans, Hazard appears like he has not taken any damage here, but that was quite the move from Mr. Rex Shooter there. And
Just look at the look on his face though when he gets back up. He's just like staring a hole into Rex, like I'm going to take your soul from within, and you're not going to be able to stop me.
exactly, that is the perfect description there. And of course, fans, there is Bleedy the Clown standing up at the top of the entrance ramp, just laughing and doing his laughing bit. And
You should
Yeah.
do like a long form interview with that man and see if you can dig into what the hell his issues are.
I'll let you do the interview with him if you want to.
All right.
We
Since you're too much of a pussy,
I am what I can't even say that on
we're
my-
all we eat.
Yes, and Mr. Malachi over here is making some kind of grunting noise as Rex delivers a DDT to Hazard, who once again pushes back up to his feet and just stares at him.
These guys, Hazard, Malachi, Grimm, they remind me of like slasher villains where no matter what you do to them, they show no reaction and it doesn't even hurt them.
I know exactly what you mean, and I'm not sure if you're into fantasy fiction, like as in like fantasy wizards and stuff like that, not like the other stuff. But have you noticed that Mr. Jackson Grimm looks a lot like Mr. R.A. Salvatore's Drizzt Do'Urden, except a lot bigger. A lot
No,
taller.
I don't know nerd things.
I got you. You just know chunky mutts. But anyway, as Hazard grabs him into a front face lock, but Rex lifts him up as much as he can. But Hazard is just too much weight, and he drives Rex Shooter's head back into the canvas here. And he appears to have a smile on his face now as he pulls Rex
How
back
long has
up.
Rex been a wrestler?
Couple of months, few months.
Because you can tell right now that he hasn't been at long because he doesn't switch his offense much like Zach Cahill knew to do.
Oh, that and I'm not really sure because Jackson Grimm is a lot bigger, but like you said, Cahill, he has a lot more experience.
He couldn't lift him, whereas Rex still tried to do it.
Right, and that's part of the greenness of Rex here, and he will learn over time. But unfortunately, I think he's going to pay with a lot of injuries, up until that point. As Hazard lifts him up over his head with a gorilla press slam onto his knee. Oh, and that has got to drive the wind out of Rex Shooter there as he's clutching at his midsection, and Hazard looks over here at us, or more or less to Jackson Grimm and to Malachi there.
He
before
really cares
pulling-
about us.
Yeah, he don't want us. He don't want a part of this. He don't want none. That's what I'm saying. But Hazard pulls Rex back up to his feet. And Rex, I'm not sure how smart this is, but I do like his fight and determination there as he fires several right and left into Hazard's
Like
face.
they're
there,
making no
no impact.
difference. Yeah.
I mean, and fans by impact, I mean, they are striking. They are hitting.
Yeah, you can
But-
hear them.
but no damage at all. And Hadger just seems to be absorbing them, kind of like a sponge absorbs water here, or something along those lines. And it's just not looking good for Rex. But he's not going to quit. He has learned that much from watching Mr. Cahill in his matches over the years, at least. As Hadger grabs him by the throat and pulls him in like he's fixing to give him a kiss or something, and grabs him in a type of headlock. And you hear, Rex is screaming, fans. Why is he? And there goes Nicole into
his ear.
He bit. Did he pull him? He pulled him.
He did. He bit it. He has a piece of the ear in his teeth.
And appears to be chewing as Rex is holding at his bleeding ear. And fans, by bleeding I mean it's actually pouring. And Nicole is yelling at Hadger for doing that you're not supposed to do that in a wrestling match.
Did you see the look on his face at your wife?
Like he was going to do something. He don't want to do anything.
He was going to eat her.
And he better watch his mouth and watch his hands, or else I'll get up into the ring and show him why I was.
You need to stay here. You've been contracted to be the commentator. You don't have to get involved in wrestling matters. You're supposed to stay at this table.
This is true, but there's, I know she can take care of herself, but not against three different people here. As Malachi and Jackson have pulled Rex out of the ring, and unbeknownst to Nicole, as she's yelling at Hazard and blocking her view of us. And I mean, Mr. Darling's not trying to do anything, but here I am pointing at what's going on behind her. As
I'm here to call the action. I'm not here to.
That is part of the action. They're letting her know what's going on behind her back. And
she needs to be a better referee.
Well, I can agree with that. I can't argue with that. As you see Jackson Graham lift Rex up in a power bomb position and power bombs him on exposed concrete over there. And this is just adding insult to injury here. As Malachi James takes his turn, and
it's really unnecessary.
Oh, that was an impressive implant DDT, but there's no need for it here. As they are beating.
How much were Nicole's implants?
Well, they are all natural. I will say that they are all natural.
So you think?
Oh, I know because my credit card's used for everything, so I know. But they are nice, but that's a different story. We can talk about that. No, we can't talk about that later. What are you trying to get me to do? I mean, you just stick over there with your cellulite love bunnies. And there's Jackson Graham lifts him up with another military press and drives him. It looked like he was going face first into that concrete. I don't want to know what's happening to him now. And they roll him back in the ring, and fans, me and Mr. Darling may have odds from time to time, but I think we can both agree that they have just finished beating the holy hell out of.
Oh, they beat the holy hell out of him. He'll probably never be the same again.
I mean, he's not moving at all. His ear is still pouring blood, and Hazard is actually chewing on the ear as he lets the blood drip from his chin and pulls Rex Caliber up and grabs him in his finisher. Oh, and this isn't going to be good. And he's just holding him there. And
letting all the blood rush to his head.
And he puts him into a full Nelson fans, a sit out full Nelson bomb. And that's it. It's just
that's over.
Academic right now.
Academic again.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
I mean, it's just that easy, and I do think that as we look up stage, you see what Bleedy is doing there. He's smiling and making the motion of chewing and chomping.
That guy is so creepy.
He's very creepy, and
I'll still interview him if you want me to, though.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going to interview him because I'm not.
I want to know what makes him tick.
I'm not sure that I do want to know what makes him tick, but I do know that Jackson Graham and Malachi have slid 2 chairs into the ring and are placing one of Rex's left arm into the chair, legs.
He's a corpse at this moment.
he's not moving. Security needs to get out here, but I mean, they're not coming out here. Where are they? You know, I'm gonna have to check on what's going on there. And they're placing his left ankle in the chair seat as
They're
well.
gonna break his ankle and his arm.
Oh, and yeah, I think they're going to do it. And they're both climbing to the top. And Jackson Grimm is 401 pounds, fans, as he leaps.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Moonsault onto the chair. Can't believe a
moonsault.
400-pound man can do a moonsault like that.
That's
And he
vicious.
broke both limbs, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and Rex is groaning and grunting in pain as they slide the bag over. Malachi rolls out of the ring and slides the bag back in, and yeah, there is definitely buzzing coming from that bag, fans. And what was that flew out of there? Did you see that?
It was too quick. I caught it out of the corner of my eye, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Let's come on. I'll do a picture. Can we get a replay of that? Look right there as fans. They are rolling him into that bag. He's unconscious. Is that a wasp?
It looks
It's
like
not,
a wasp.
It's not a bee, but I do believe it
Yeah, it
is
looks like a
wasp.
wasp.
I'm not sure what kind, but it's either a wasp or a hornet. I can't really get a good look. It could be both, because there are multiples in there. And yes, fans, you do hear him screaming from inside the bag now.
I hope he's not
And
allergic.
I know. I'll have to look back at his application to see what fans. What you may not know is that while a bumblebee can only sting you one time, a hornet and a wasp can sting you multiple times. And we've got to get some help for Rex Shooter here, as Jackson Grimm and everyone of what appears to be the Dark Carnival have walked backstage. I'm going to go let him out of this. This isn't good. Are you allergic?
No.
You're not? Okay, I'm not either. So I'm going to go let him out.
Okay.
And well, fans, we'll see you right back with match number 4 after this commercial break.
Do you suffer from abnormally loud foot odor? The kind where you're embarrassed to take off your shoes in public? The kind that makes the inside of a rental bowling shoe smell like roses and petunias? Maybe you're the one who asks who did it in the elevator, but it's actually your foot odor seeping through your shoes. Well, fear no more, because Flint Lips foot odor consumables are here.
Yes.
All you do is eat one of these chewables each morning, and your horrible foot odor, our problems, are a thing of the past. They come in 4 different flavors: grape, strawberry, lime, and cherry. So, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-442-6969 and order your risk-free trial kit today. No purchase necessary, must be 13 and older.
Oh, did you do it, Mr. Darling?
I may have.
Well, then I may or may not pay you. Did you do it?
I did it, Paul. I even put in more than you asked for, just to doubly make sure that everything works the way you want.
Very good. Here's your money. I am going to get that shot. That is my title. You understand that, correct?
I do, but you're talented enough. I think you could beat Fernando without doing what you had me do.
True. I am the best, but I want to make sure.
Nothing wrong with that. And you contributed to the twins' dinner fund, so I appreciate it. It's not a cheap thing.
Understandable. Enjoy. Have fun.
Good
And
luck.
here's the keys to the condo.
Oh,
Just make sure to clean it up after you're done.
I will. I heard about the last time when Jethro went, so I don't want to. I can't even believe you agreed to give it to him, to be honest with you.
Well, it is what it is. But let's not be seen together.
All right, good luck, pretty one.
See you.
And welcome back, fans, to Discordia. I am Alejandro Castro, back on the announce table here with the Jethro. Hey.
Yeah, let's just say I'm not too happy about that video that just got through playing.
Yeah, well, Mr. Darling, I'm surprised.
Yeah, and you notice who's not here at the announce table, right?
Yeah, I was wondering what he's been up to. Did you make him leave, or?
Well, I was going to go backstage, I should say, and he was nowhere to be found. And if you'll look over there where they usually sit, they're not there either. And yeah, we will find out, fans. We will be talking to him as soon as he gets back from vacation. But glad to have you here at the table, Mr. Alejandro. You would never do anything like that.
No, come on.
I mean, but we have both heard Mr. Darling say that he'll do anything it takes to get a victory within reason. I mean,
yeah, that's true, and he does love his hot dogs.
And he does, he does love that. I will give you that. But we do have an exciting match here, Mr. Alejandro, and I don't know why, but I always call you Mr. Alejandro. I guess it's a bit of respect there for you.
Yeah.
But tell us about this upcoming match that we have here.
Oh man, we got this really athletic-looking guy, Mitch Ryan. We saw him have a great performance last week against Enrique, and I think he's striving to prove himself, continue on a winning streak here in the KWF, and he's going to be
very impressive.
Yeah, I love all his high-flying moves and everything he does.
And taking on a newcomer here in Malachi James.
James, yeah, and it seems like he's got some friends up on the ramp there.
Yeah, they seems like once the Dark Carnival has opened for business, they have been all over the place. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't come down to the ringside, because you've seen what's happened so far tonight with the coffin full of scorpions and the bag full of wasps.
I would hate to be in one of those.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Next, he might bring a box full of spiders down here for you.
Oh, no. I have enough with Enrique Spider, thank you.
But it should be pretty well balanced. Though you had the speed of Mitch Ryan here, along with the technical prowess of Malachi James, who reminds me a lot of like a mix between Bret Hart and Jake the Snake Roberts there. Kind of has an appearance of Jake the Snake there if you look at him just a little bit. Yeah. In like a very dark light, like with both of them off, but yeah, it looks just like him. We'll see speed versus technician here, so it could be a very well balanced match. But as they come to the center of the ring and they collar and elbow tie up, Mitch Ryan using his speed with a quick series of kicks right there to the ribs. Bends Malachi James over to one side as he tries to protect those ribs, and Mitch Ryan there with a spinning heel kick to the side of his face sends him down to one knee. But he does shove back up fairly quickly there.
Oh, yeah. I think Mitch Ryan's going to need to do a lot more to bring this guy down.
And he's definitely going to have to use his speed. I like Mitch Ryan a lot. He's definitely a big up-and-comer here in the KWF. I love the fact of all the purple that he's dressed in. You know, next time I talk to him, I am going to pick at him about being Barney the dinosaur, if you remember that TV show.
Oh, yes.
And Malachi grabs him in the wrist lock, whips him into the turnbuckle, and Malachi springs up and runs up the turnbuckle there and backflips up over Malachi James with a drop kick to the back, sending him chest first into the turnbuckle. I did that one time. I
Really?
did. I did. Then,
You're probably the one that got hit into the turnbuckle, though.
no. Then I woke up. It was a dream. Yeah. Very. But I was impressed and sore anyway. And Malachi does grab Mitch Ryan there by the hair, which is not necessarily a good move there. Lifts him up with a vertical suplex and down to the canvas there. And, he what do you call that move right there? Is he places his knees between not Malachi, but Mitch Ryan's shoulder blades and begins pulling back on the arms.
I don't know. It's like some sort of backbreaker or something.
It's not really a submission hold, fans, but it's more like just to wear him down and, not allowing him to use his arms. But I think Malachi would pay more dividends if he was to go after the legs or the lower back there.
Oh, yeah.
But he knows what he's doing more so than I do.
Yeah, all I know is that I would call it painful.
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not sure if you can hear the screams of Mitch Ryan over the fans here. But it does appear that Bleedy the Clown is approving of this message, so to speak, as he's clapping along very silently.
James here looking to cause more pain than to win this match right now.
And I think that's what it's about, is he, I'm not sure what you call that one either. He may be an innovator of offense, so to speak, but he is bending Mitch Ryan's head backwards there.
Oh my gosh.
And, I mean, what can he do? I mean, there's nothing he really can do.
Yeah, he's really cranking back on that neck. I don't know. He does have Mitch Ryan grounded. That's what's important here.
Exactly. I mean, any damage, I guess you cause will take down the endurance there as referee Nicole Rhodes Hayes gets in there and checks to make sure that Mitch Ryan does not want to submit. But he is getting a foot underneath him. He's going to try something here, it appears, which is why I would have taken the legs out first, but I was no submission wrestler. And he shoves back, and they roll through, and Mitch is up to his feet, as well as Malachi James. And there comes Mitch with a drop kick, sending James backward into the turnbuckle there. And he comes out with a running forearm, but back body drop by Mitch sends James back down to the canvas there. And Mitch doesn't appear to be going to lay down and take this one.
No, not at all. Now he's running to the ropes, and he goes up for a lion salt.
Beautiful move. A la Chris the Lionheart Jericho from his days in WCW. Very impressive athlete. I met him one time, but that's a different story. He told me to leave him alone. But anyway, as they come back to the ring, Malachi James rolls back up to his feet, and there comes Mitch Ryan with a shin kick to the face of Malachi James there and bounces him into the turnbuckle. Then he climbs him, and I love this move right here. The series of corner kicks, but Mitch Ryan is doing it a bit differently here as he runs up and gives about 2 or 3 kicks to each side of Malachi's head before grabbing him into a Hurricane Rana and flipping him backward out of the corner. And that was quite a bit of distance there on that move. And Malachi slides and near about cracks the pecans, as we say in South Georgia. And Mitch Ryan there bouncing off the ropes with a springboard moonsault, landing with his knee right into the midsection of Malachi. Beautiful move there. He definitely has some athletic ability here in KWF. You might want to get into the ring and take him on sometime.
Me?
Yeah, you still got it. You got something anyway.
Yeah, something.
I'll tell you what, let's tag team then.
Okay. I'll still against him.
Yes. I think we might. Well, I don't know that we could take him. But anyway, there's Malachi getting back up to his feet. And he does not look happy, Mr. Alejandro. I'm not really sure what color his eyes are, but they look red and black right now, as he is not happy at all.
Here we go, Mitch Ryan going for another springboard, and Malachi catches him and slams him down.
beautiful, beautiful spine buster there.
Jeez.
Did it remind you of old Double A?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
excellent.
Mitch looks like he's
excellent.
hurting there. What's
Yeah.
what's Bleedy doing here? He's coming down the ramp there. What?
I'm not sure what he's doing. He's making a like a throat cutting gesture there.
Yeah.
And Malachi
Wow.
nods. He also goes by the name of the Keeper. Says that he keeps all of the animals in the Dark Carnival. I think that's where all the insects came from earlier. And he whips Mitch off of the ropes, and Mitch comes back with a flying or spinning heel kick, but another spine buster sends him down. And
Jeez.
And Malachi pulls him back up to his feet. That's not really smart, but that's why he does it. Is he applies a sleeper hold there and really cranking it in. It reminds me a lot of old Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah.
God rest his soul.
Man, this guy, he's got his whole arm around Mitch's neck here, cutting off the circulation.
And I'm not sure, but it does appear that Mitch is beginning to get a little blue and very quickly from the lack of oxygen. And referee Nicole is holding his arms up because we all know that Mitch is not going to quit. He has shown that here in this match. Arm falls once. Just to back up, there's twice. And there is a grin on Malachi's face as the arm falls for a third time. And you hear the bell. And you can see that Bleedy the Clown there is laughing as he's holding his stomach and clapping.
All right, Malachi, the match is over. Let go of him.
And he's not. You might have to get in there and take care of this. I hurt my leg. You know.
That's funny.
But and Bleedy's coming down to the ring and looking in at the obvious damage that he's causing, that Malachi is causing to Mitch Ryan here, and referee Nicole is signaling for the belt. Oh, but Malachi releases just in time, and he will be declared your winner, fans. And it doesn't look good. And now the other two are coming down. What are they're not going to do what they've done this whole show. With Alejandro. They did it right there in front of you not too long ago with Zach Cahill as Jackson and them beat the crap out of, and that's what they're doing.
Come on.
Oh, fans. We're not going to go through this. We're not going to let y'all watch this. So we will cut back to commercial break, and we'll be back on the other side. Hey everybody, you got Billy Johns here from Billy's Used Cars, the #1 used car dealership in America. We sell cars, trucks, bicycles, tractors, you name it, we can put you in it. As long as it's used, we'll definitely be selling it here. You can get a 1973 Oldsmobile Cutlass for only $50. That's right, friends, you can put your butt in the seat of that car for $50. That's right, only $50, and you can put your butt in that car. We can also put you in a 1988 F-150. That's right, friends, a 1988 F-150, and you can put your butt in that seat for only $75. Only $75. Perhaps you're looking for something a little more family-oriented. We have that down here at Billy's Used Cars and Trucks. We can get you into a 1990 station wagon. That's right, friends, a 1990 Chevrolet station wagon. You know, you got the hatchback, you got the two seats in the back, you got the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and you want to know how much it'll cost to put you in that car? Only $60. That's right. You can bring your kids, you can bring your wife, your husband, your dog even. We can put them all in the seat for only $60. That's right. Like I said, only $60 gets you in that car, and it'll be yours. Now, we'll grant you, you can't drive it off the lot. You can't drive any of them off the lot.
Welcome back, fans, to Discordia here. We've got the ring cleared out. Poor Mitch Ryan had to be taken back by stretcher, but it seems that we have the situation under control. Again, with you tonight, Alejandro Castro.
And I know I left like all of a sudden there, but I did go backstage to check on Mitch, and he is conscious and refusing to go to the hospital. So
what a warrior!
He's got a heart, fans. But these two competitors are in the ring now. Both Verisatori and Kano. I guess we have a match of the one names. You know.
Yeah.
All we need now is to get Cher to sit down there beside you and sing "Believe."
Ooh.
Actually,
Just
I would
like
probably
a
leave.
vinyl next to you. And...
Yeah. But fans, this one promises to be a very good and
oh yeah,
probably more so a technical match. Although Kano is a bit of a high flyer there, and as long as Mitch Ryan is feeling good, I do believe I'm going to sign them to a match next week. Kano and Mitch Ryan.
Oh, that should be a very entertaining match.
Very, very good match. And they come together with a collar and elbow, a bit of respect from both men, and there is Verisatori with a quick fist to the face, or, not a bald fist, of course, but he backs Kano into the corner and whips him out. But there's a reversal that sends Verisatori into the turnbuckle, and he bounces out, and they come together with a double clothesline, sending them both down to the canvas. I had a feeling these both two could counter and recounter.
Oh yeah, both of these men thinking alike here, going for the same move, doing damage to each other. They're both on the ground. They're slowly getting up right now.
A very, very smart move there. Well, on one hand, it's very smart to do it, and on the other hand, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But and I think they'd make a very good tag team if you ask me. But Kano is a member of a tag team with Sergeant Hartford, known as the Knights of Darkness.
I wonder Knights of Darkness against the Dark Carnival. That might be something interesting.
Yeah, that could be a good match. I was going to sign you up for the match there, but me and you have to be out here commentating.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. You don't want to see this bumblebee flying.
Exactly. You don't want to see the sumo wrestler trying to wallow in there. But these two come back together with another collar and elbow, wrist lock, turned into a hammerlock. Hammerlock, back into a wrist lock, and Kano has advantage. No, wait, Verisatori has advantage. As they whip each other into the ropes, one reverses, and they bounce it off the ropes. And it seems like they both hit the ropes at the same time there.
Oh, yeah.
Their momentum carried them into the ropes, and as they seem like they're running side by side, and there's a running Russian leg sweep there that sends Kano down to the canvas. Verisatori from Finland definitely has some agility and moves, but there is Kano kipping back up, and he has a lot of energy and heart as well.
I like Shawn Michaels.
I love that. I could never do it, but I tried. And there's a Enziguri there from Kano that rocks Verisatori a little bit.
Yeah, Verisatori going down there. Now look at him. Now he sits up. I love the Undertaker. What is going on here?
Oh, man, this is absolutely beautiful. And they come together again with a double forearm instead of a double clothesline. I thought it was going to be a clothesline there for a second.
Yeah, no, I think both of these guys trying to change it up there, like maybe thinking like we're not going to do the same thing, but they both did the same thing.
We'll wind up doing the same thing. I love it. It's kind of like a video game where Shawn Michaels is wrestling Shawn Michaels, I mean, how could it happen?
Yeah.
Both of them have obviously studied their opponent for this match, and it is definitely showing off here. As they come back together, and there goes Kano with a shoulder tackle, but Verisatori leaps up over and lands on his feet. And a backwards drop kick sends, I thought it would send Kano into the ropes, but it sends him nowhere as he spun out of the way and caught Verisatori in the side with the kick, but Verisatori catches the foot, and there's another Enziguri to the side of Verisatori's head, and that sends him down back to one knee. Verisatori shoves back up, and there comes Kano with the drop kick. But Verisatori catches him, spins him around, and with almost like a wheelbarrow toss there, sends Kano rolling out to the canvas towards the ropes. Whew, I'm sorry, fans. I might have to give me some water here in a minute. This is some very fast-paced action.
Oh, yeah, these guys are just going back and forth, back and forth. It's like they got endless reversals here.
It reminds me a lot of watching a lot of luchadors wrestle down in Mexico.
Oh, yes.
Very, very fast-paced action there. You kind of have the luchador meets the pure wrestling wrestler here in Verisatori, because he is very hard-hitting. And fans, that's not saying that Kano does not hit hard, because he does, but it's just totally different styles, or so both of us thought. But as they continue to match move for move, and I mean that, it's like it's a mirror. As Verisatori has him in a side headlock, and he runs for a bulldog. but Kano shoves him into the ropes. Versatore bounces off, lifted knee to the face, but no.
Oh.
Kano bounces down to the back, kicks back up, spins around with a kick to the face, but Versatore has scouted that move already twice tonight as he spins back out of the way, delivering a spinning back fist to Kano that drops him to the canvas, and I don't think Kano was ready for that one.
No, not at all. Versatore here going for a pin. Sorry, 1, 2.
And yeah, he kicked out.
Oh, yeah.
Kano kicked out there. That's okay. Kano back up to his feet, and Versatore is right there. Oh, and there goes Kano with a quick roll, schoolboy roll up, and there's another quick count. There's 1, 2, and
Kick out.
And Skittles there with a good count, maybe a bit fast, but he's probably amped up on sugar from the Skittles there. I may need to get some of that too if I have to call many more matches like this.
Yeah.
And I do like some chain wrestling every once in a while, and these fans are really into this as they are exchanging hold for hold here. Fans, too fast for me to keep up with. Maybe Mr. Alejandro here can try to keep up with some of the moves.
Oh, it's hard. These guys are just going back and forth, trying to just get the top of each other, get the upper hand. But it's hard when both of these guys are so athletic and they can go for just hours probably.
Fans, Mr. Alejandro, I know that you can notice it here with all the sweat that's pouring off of both these men quickly in this match, and it's not that hot in here, fans.
No.
But they are really throwing the action back and forth and the power back and forth.
Oh yeah, and it's non-stop, so you can just imagine the toll that it's taking on their bodies.
Exactly, and there goes Versatore with a German suplex and bridging it into a pin with a 1, 2, and no, he kicks out. And that did look like 3 there, but it was 2.
Oh, it's getting closer now.
Oh yes, and they roll back up to the feet, and I'm getting indication here that we are getting near the time limit. There's 2 minutes left, fans. We'll see what we can do here, or what they can do. As they come back together here, and there's a Northern Light suplex.
Yeah.
Arm drag into a Northern Light.
Jeez.
I'm telling you.
That was crazy.
I did that once. I used a cheat code on the video game. And these 2 men are definitely giving it their all, fans. And as you can see, the fans standing and cheering, and I'm sure that you can hear them cheering.
Nobody here is sitting down right now.
Not even us. We're standing up, and the fans are getting mad behind us, but that's all right. We got a front row view. As they come back together there with another bridge suplex and with a 1, 2, and no kick out. And Kano rolls back up to the feet. There goes Versatore. There goes Kano as he delivers a kick to the back of Versatore's knee, drops him down. And does he go for the pin? I'm not really sure what he's doing. Oh, he's bouncing off the ropes again, baseball slide. And Versatore is holding at his knee, and that's where he lands it. Fans, that is very smart. Take his base out, then you have the advantage there. As he pulls Versatore up to his feet, and there, and down with his finisher. And he covers him, hooks the leg, rolls over, and that's got to be it. And there's the 1, 2, and 3. Oh, absolutely beautiful, fans. I love seeing a match like that. And everybody here is standing and cheering. I know that you can hear it. And how do you like that respect right there?
That was good. I think the winner tonight was all the fans that got to witness this match. That was amazing.
Well, except for those fans behind us, but that's all right. They can watch it on YouTube.
That's about 5 fans behind us that are angry. I'm not sure.
Let's don't say that Mr. Darling told us to stand up. Get them to really hate him. But fans, both these men standing, holding each other's arms up, and quite a classic show of sportsmanship, which to me never grows old.
Yeah, and fans, just stick around. We got one more match on the night, our main event. It will be for the World Championship here, so stay tuned.
And we'll catch you on the flip side of the break, fans. The name's Phoenix Morningstone, and I'm an adventurer. I'm sure to get all of my adventuring supplies at the Raven's Loft, where Doug is more than happy to do all that he can to make sure that your gaming needs are met. Be sure to stop in or go to his website and order what it is that you need so that you, too, can get to adventuring. Tell him that Richard sent you. be sure to check out Doug's eBay store at www.ebay.com/Wizards Keep Games. You can also find Doug at the Ravens Loft at www.facebook.com/RavensLoft2021. And be sure to tell him that Richard sent you and that you're from the Knights of the Braille. He will do all that he can to make sure that you get what you need. And welcome back, fans. I'm not sure what commercial was playing there, but I hope it wasn't the whole car commercial. Have you seen that one, Mr.
No.
Alejandro? Oh, this guy's talking about he'll sell cars for like $75.
Oh, I'll
It's
take
true.
one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would. I went down there to buy my son Haven a 1995 F-150. He had them
Okay.
for $80.
Nice truck.
Yeah. Except it had no tires, no engine, and
what?
missing the gas tank. Yep. $80. I told him he could keep it.
Wow.
It was between that and telling Haven I'll cut a hole into the floorboard and you can Fred Flintstone it. And then he asked me, who's Fred Flintstone?
Oh,
That
jeez.
whenever I just left the house.
Oh,
But anyway, we had the main event here for the Discordia Championship, pitting the current champion and undefeated champion, Sergeant Hartford, versus the Trailer Park Playboy himself, LJ Ledoux. They are both in the ring here, fans, and as it goes on, we'll see if Sergeant Hartford remains undefeated. The winner of this match will face Mr. Alejandro's best friend, Jackson Grimm, next week for the Discordia Championship.
Yeah, okay.
I saw y'all having a beer together. I mean, granted, he was trying to force it down your throat, but you know.
I don't want to talk about it.
These two come together, and Sergeant Hartford sticking his hand out to shake, and there's LJ Ledoux going to shake his hand and then slapping the taste right out of Sergeant Hartford's mouth, which is absolutely perfect if you're a heel. And he grabs him with a side headlock and then begins to punch him in the face. And
Jeez.
it does appear that he's digging his fingers into his eyes and trying to blind Sergeant Hartford,
Jeez.
who is grunting in pain and shoving LJ, who is laughing as he bounces off the ropes, delivering a boot right to Sergeant Hartford's face, rolling the Discordia champion onto his back. And, he's doing it again, Mr. Alejandro. You see him digging in the front of his trunk.
Jeez.
Surely he's not going to do that move again.
Already?
Oh, he's waiting, and Sergeant Hartford rolls up to his feet and gets up, and did you see that counter there where he took LJ's own fingers and shoved them into his mouth?
Good. I hope you like it.
I don't think he did. He's gagging and he rolls out of the ring, but Sergeant Hartford is following quickly as he whips him into the barricade, and LJ bounces off, and the back body almost said there wasn't room, but LJ's back hits the ring apron there, and that may damage his night tonight. He may not be able to do what he likes to do in the trailer park, and that
might not be able to perform.
Exactly. I don't think he's going to. He doesn't have the momentum or the mojo, as Austin Powers would say. And there goes Sergeant Hartford rolling LJ back into the ring, who is still spitting and gagging. Maybe he'll start taking a bath, or who knows, he could have something from one of his lovely fans or admirers. And Sergeant Hartford lifts him up with a back suplex, sending him down to the canvas, and with a knee drop right onto the elbow of LJ Ledoux. That could help him prevent LJ from delivering his finisher, the trailer park drop, as he calls it.
Oh, yeah. Especially after his back is taking all this damage. It seems like he's going to have problems doing any power moves throughout this match.
I think he's going to have a lot of trouble there because he's holding at his back with one hand, and the other hand is like trying to wipe out his mouth. And he doesn't have another hand if something happens, in other words.
No.
And Sergeant Hartford locks him into a Boston Crab here, and this is really smart here, working on that lower back.
Oh, yeah. LJ here looking like he's in a lot of pain. He's got his arm stretched towards the ropes. But here we go. Look, Sergeant playing it smart. He's taking a couple steps towards the center of the ring.
Oh, that is very smart. That was one of the submission moves that I had, although I called it the combine seat. Because, you know, I
like that.
did grow up on the farm, and you're sitting back and relaxing. And LJ is powering up to his forearms, to his elbows, and he tries to roll him over. He doesn't quite get it,
Oh,
and
God.
Sergeant Hartford counters that. But and LJ uses that momentum to flip over to the other side, and
Oh,
he
look.
is out of the hole. And
Jeez.
we have referee Sampson here doing a really good job here in the main event. I told referee Skittles that he couldn't have a main event for a while due to his.
That's a good idea.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good idea. And these two are coming together with a flurry of fists that, of course, I call fisticuffs here. And Sergeant Hartford there with a whip into the ropes. LJ bounces off, delivering a running forearm, but Sergeant Hartford spins out of the way. LJ bounces back off the rope with a flying forearm now and delivers it right to the mush mouth of Sergeant Hartford.
Yeah,
who,
taking
bounces-
both down.
Yes.
It looks like LJ, even though he delivered this strong move, it looks like he's down too, like holding his back. Like that took some effort from him there.
Well, if you, I'm not sure if you called it there. I'm not sure if any fans called it, but LJ hit him with the forearm that Sergeant Hartford had done the knee drop on.
Oh.
That cost him a little bit more, but it's
Oh,
instinct inside the ring.
Yeah.
You know, you go with what you're normal used to, and that did cost him there a bit. LJ does roll out of the ring and begins to catch his breath and looks. He's looking over at that fan there, and I haven't seen a tube top in probably 15 years, and you can agree or disagree, but she looks like she's got a few more rolls than Betty Crocker and Captain John Durst over there.
She might want to be careful. My Darling might want to go after her too. But LJ doesn't seem to mind. He's coasting up to her, putting his arm around her. What, are they gonna take a selfie?
He is taking. Why is it? There is a match going on. Some of these wrestlers really need to go to like a conference and get taught how to wrestle. And
Serious.
what's he's typing his? How does he have time to type his number
Oh
into
my
her
God.
phone?
Sergeant Hartford looks angry now here, getting out of the ring, trying to probably put it back. And oh my gosh, okay. LJ throwing like this lady's drink into Sergeant Hartford's face. I think it was just a ruse to bring him out there. God.
I think it was too. And Hartford is wiping at his eyes and spitting, and LJ takes a handful of popcorn there and eats a little bit, and then shoves it down Sergeant Hartford's face there, and down his throat, and
Come
begins
on.
to stomp away and causing Sergeant Hartford to take a breath. But his mouth is full of popcorn, and you can't breathe when your mouth's full.
This is a championship match, damn it.
Exactly, and it looks like LJ knows what he's doing, but if he's not careful,
yeah.
that count is going to get away from him as it's up to 8 as he rolls back into the ring and then back out. And he grabs Sergeant Hartford. You see what he's fixing to do? He's got him aimed right towards the ring steps.
Oh, no.
And he whips him towards the ring steps. But Hartford counters, and LJ's left forearm goes into the ring steps.
That elbow again, I think. Man.
That's going to hurt. I'm not sure that he will be able to complete his finisher.
No way.
And that fan with the tube top is not happy with Sergeant Hartford right now.
No.
She's either fixing to have a heart attack or she's really mad. I'm not sure which there.
I think both.
Could be. Sergeant Hartford lifts LJ up, and everything's perfectly legal on the outside of the ring, fans. And he slams him back down with a body slam onto the ring steps. Hey, use them while you're out there. But y'all keep in mind the count here. As the count reaches up to 6 here, Sergeant Hartford rolls LJ back into the ring, and he grabs him for the crucifix power bomb here, and he lifts him up. And a double finger right to the eyes of Sergeant Hartford causes him to drop him, and as he's falling backward, there goes LJ with a DDT, sending Hartford down to the canvas forehead first.
Hartford's eyes here are starting to get purple here. His right eye starting to close up a little bit.
And it's starting to swell up there a little bit, and that's not going to be good for his vision. And there comes LJ with a series of stomps right there on that eye and side of the head.
Jeez.
But you have to admit, Mr. Alejandro, this is smart. If he's going to risk getting disqualified, he might as well give it his best. Give it all.
He's vicious.
And there comes your buddy, Jackson Grimm, from the back. And along with the rest of the Dark Carnival.
Oh, no, I hate that time.
I'm telling you, I'm not too fond of Mr. Jackson Grimm myself. But all of them kind of give me the creeps, and LJ spins around at the sound of the crowd booing there because that's what he likes, and he sees these people coming down, and he probably flips them the bird and grabs his junk.
So, while he's doing that, Sergeant Hartford from behind comes up with the roll up.
And 1, 2, and he got him. He got him. Oh, LJ took his eyes and his prize, and I think he had a chance to win it. I really do. And
he was doing a number on it.
He is not happy. And he's not happy with either one of them.
Look at Jackson Graham with that grin.
And LJ is getting out of the ring, and he's not going past the Dark Carnival, folks.
I don't blame him.
He has grabbed his tube top love, and they are exiting the building quite slowly because she can't run.
She's supporting him, though.
And there's no call for this, fans. Jackson Graham has stepped into the ring along with the rest of the Dark Carnival.
Oh, no.
And they have picked Sergeant Hartford up. They have slid a chair. Where did they? Oh, there's always chairs underneath the table. Underneath the ring. That's right. Chairs and tables, and they lift Hartford up, and he bounces off the ropes, delivering a little bit more power, and with the Bayou drop sends Hartford through the table, through the chairs, and Hartford has nothing left.
No, this is going to come into play next week. I think when Jackson faces him, how's he going to be at 100% for next week?
I think that's what Jackson is banking on here, as he bounces off the ropes and delivers a leg drop onto Hartford, and they're just beginning to beat him down, fans.
That's enough.
And there comes Kano, Sergeant Hartford's best friend, and there comes Mitch Ryan from the back. They have had enough, fans, and what happened to the lights?
I don't know. I don't hear anything, though.
I don't either. And fans, the lights are back, and how did Hartford get tied up in the ropes? I didn't hear any movement.
Oh, jeez.
And Kano and Mitch Ryan are laid out as well, and I'm not sure what's going on here, fans, but the Dark Carnival is no longer here.
No.
Did anybody walk past you?
No, I didn't feel anything. At least there's no bugs.
Very, very true, but fans, nobody walked past us. If anybody in the crowd felt somebody walk past them, be sure to let us know on our Twitter and Facebook. And wait a second. Where's the Discordia title?
Oh no.
It was sitting right there between us both on the table.
They took it.
And when we know that Mr. Darling didn't take it because he was already gone.
Yeah.
And there's Jackson Graham holding his arm out from the back, fans, with the belt in his hand.
Oh, he's holding it high.
And
sending Hartford a signal here.
Oh, he is definitely sending a signal. In fact, the whole Dark Carnival has sent a signal, fans. And that does it for this Discordia. And we will catch you next week.